Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Talk 21. It's me, your host Sam Genoa, along here with my co-host.
I'm Dave Vitti, and welcome once again.
Yeah, so Dave, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. A lot of eating,
Yeah.
and I'm still feeling it. And the leftovers, thankfully, we just threw out a little while ago.
Yeah, it's nice. How's the stuffing?
How was the stuffing?
Stuffing's the best part of the turkey.
It is. So
the
is
best part.
and the gravy and the
Yeah, and the
gravy,
gravy.
cranberry sauce.
Well, I didn't have much of a Thanksgiving.
What? Yeah, your son,
Yeah,
right?
my son had surgery, so we kept it on the DL, and we just spent
So he had his adenoids and tonsils removed.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Yeah, so he's out of commission for a week and a half, but we spent time with our immediate family, so it was all right. It was very chilled.
Good, good. But he's feeling better now.
Yeah, he's feeling better. Went back to school today, so that's
There's nothing worse than having your kids like not feeling well. Like
Oh,
you
it's
always
terrible.
you always want them never to be in any pain and hurt and whatever. But
Yeah, it's tough to see him go through that. It was quite a bit of I don't know, for those parents out there who've ever had their their kids have their tonsils out, they know what I went through. So, but it's all good. So
Good.
apparently there's this big thing going on, big talk, a big topic here about C11.
Wow. So I mean, it's not cool. I mean, at the end of the day, it's restrictions again, like somebody telling us what we can and can't do. I'm not sure. We're kind of new at these podcasts, so I don't know how it would impact us, but I can't see it in a positive light for sure.
So apparently now every podcast has to be
Monitored by the government.
like registered.
Registered.
So it's monitored. Everything you kind of say is being heard. Let's say.
Yeah.
So
Or scrutinized.
scrutinized. Yeah.
And
Well, let's talk about the Real Estate Council of Ontario. If they were to implement something like this, what would your reaction be as a realtor? Would you stand for it or would you not?
Well, I think freedom of speech is you know, this country is known to be beautiful because of where we live and the safety. And you start freedom of speech is it's almost like they're listening to kind of everything you're saying.
they're trying to limit, they're trying to regulate. And again, I don't know, unless you're promoting hate crimes and stuff, I don't know why they would be limiting us, right?
Just for us who live normal lives, everyday lives, we have families. We take our careers seriously. For us, we don't understand it. I guess. I mean, but it's past, and this is what it's going to be like going forward. Just kind of makes you wonder what things are going to be like going forward.
Right.
You know?
Now, as a realtor online, do you think that there's a lot of misunderstandings when it comes to what you do as for a living?
I mean,
I think that I don't know with regards to like the social media and realtors and social media and videos and that. I think pretty much you could be yourself or you can be whoever you want to be. But at the end of the day, we're promoting properties. We're trying to implement some things regarding getting a boost to your business possibly. So I don't know if there should be too much concerns about what we're doing. You know what I mean?
well, why did we choose to do this podcast? Because we wanted to get out there, talk to people, like talk about important topics that are going on, and be ourselves.
And bring awareness about what's going on and bring awareness to us as realtors and how we can help.
Yeah, and
course.
we're just trying to be really honest and legit, and we wanted like nothing scripted here. This is just we go with the flow, which is kind of nice. That's what we wanted.
Now, how's C11 going to affect us? I mean, we're not here being political. We're not here being
We just want to talk about real estate.
we just want to talk about stuff, trends going on, but again, it's still kind of sad to know that if somebody wants to push the envelope and wants to communicate what they feel like, whether it's regarding politics, whatever it may be, there shouldn't be limitations. But again, I don't really think it's going to affect us. But it's kind of sad that I don't know much about it. But if it's not worldwide, if it's worldwide, maybe it's something trending throughout the world. But if it's just Canada based, it's kind of sad.
Look, this business, people come in, they think that it's quick cash or quick earning. No,
Is
no,
it?
no, absolutely not. People can see right through you. The internet's a very powerful tool. So you have to be genuine. You have to be honest. You have to treat everybody proper. I've been with you for almost 15 years now. We've never
Right.
had an issue
No.
going forward. We treat everybody just the way we want to be treated. And
Right.
and I always put myself, whether it's a buyer, a seller, someone looking to lease, someone leasing,
Yep.
I always put myself in their shoes and treat them the way I would want to be treated.
Right.
And I think that's the best way to look at business, is always treat people the way you would want to be treated.
Yeah, and but there are rules and regulations that govern us. But it's true. Like if you're gonna basically respect people's like their moves, basically, it'd be to represent the property properly to the best of your knowledge always. Disclosure, full disclosure of all matters and facts that might hinder the value and or the outcome of a purchase or sale. Being true to your clients and being true to like the agents you work with, because together you're making the deals happen, right?
For sure. For sure.
Tell me something about the lockbox situation. There's a lot of videos floating around that when a realtor goes to a condo complex,
Oh.
there's about 200,000 lockboxes.
Wow.
Could you explain, what are we actually seeing there?
Agents are forgetting to take them down.
Yeah,
Plain and
so-
simple.
Some of them are not coming down, and then sometimes it's just a matter of like a lot of listings. Sometimes with leases and buildings and high rise, and I feel like that's one of our biggest challenges when we're you got a list of properties you're gonna go show, and you're going into the city and looking at condos, and it's always like, where's this lockbox gonna really be, and will this code actually open up? I gotta filter through 10 lockboxes. That's the most traumatic experiences for me as a realtor when I'm showing properties.
Oh.
And also when you walk in, when you finally get to the destination, even if it's a front door, when the lockbox just doesn't open, it just sets a bad tone. Even when door handles don't open, I just, that's the biggest pet peeve I have when showing properties.
What about going the day after it snows and it freezes rain and they're outside the lot boxes?
Yeah.
Oh
They're
my
outside.
God. Sometimes they're outside. Sometimes they're by the garage where people come up the walkways. Sometimes they're put on the
Or railings,
Or railings, yeah.
or railings on front doors.
front
or,
doors, and then you like the
This
last
is-
boxes jam. So you're there trying to like defrost it with a light or.
So then when you say to all the people that see lockboxes on the internet and laugh, would you say that a good half of those are no longer in use? They just forget them?
100%.
Yeah, I think a lot of them depend. I mean, you can obviously do a search on MLS and see what are active listings, and when you get to the property or get to the building per se, you see like a quarter of them. Then yeah, it is a fact. I guess sometimes realtors, you do the deal, and you don't want to go back, because nowadays even with closings, like the law offices are requiring or asking
Yeah.
us to leave lock boxes there so that they don't have to courier keys to other law firms on closings. So they ask us to put the keys before closing in lock boxes. And I guess for 30, 40, 50 bucks, they just really don't care.
But I've noticed that some of the condos that I've gone to in the past that had 30, 40 lot boxes at a time are now cutting down. They're cutting them off. So they're giving people, they're sending out emails to listings agents, whether it was the last year, they're saying, if you don't take down your lot box by this day, we're chopping it.
Yeah.
Because it's just ridiculous. To your point, is you go there, you're like, I remember one time, I'll never forget, I'll make this short. I went downtown into the city, and it was the day after it snowed and there was a rainstorm. When I went outside and I saw those lot boxes, I didn't wear gloves. I didn't have a hat on.
This is our only job, like a real big job hazard is like when you're wearing your loafers or nice leather soled shoes and you're about to go to a lockbox and you know it's gonna go bad. Hold on. When I'm talking about hazards, I'm talking about literally us as agents getting hurt. So I'm past that. Then with regards to your concerns about having a lockbox and access keys to a certain dwelling or a house or condo, whatever it may be, yeah, it's a big responsibility. I guess we don't really take it. We kind of take it for granted. We kind of go in and out of properties all the time, and it doesn't seem like a big deal.
Don't you kind of start to feel within the last, since COVID, that you're always being watched? Like there's a camera
Oh my
there.
gosh, yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of always feel like
Lately.
you're always being watched. Which, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
like-
society today, where people have 10 cameras in a bungalow. It's like you want to see every nook and cranny of your house. I don't know why, but it's some people, that's just their
Yeah.
comfort. So I mean, I always, regardless if the cameras are there or not, I always make sure that nothing, you know what I mean, their clients,
And I warn my
especially when they have
clients.
little kids and stuff, right? Like
Yeah.
you know, maybe hold your child, make sure they don't touch anything. You
Yeah,
know?
and I warn my clients not going into showings. I say, look, guys, I mean, you don't want to share your cards. I know usually we'd walk into homes and talk freely, but nowadays there's a lot of vendors that have cameras set up, whether they're in the conspicuous areas or fully out there in the open. And I can almost guarantee you there's about at least 50% of homes have Nest cameras at the front door.
Oh, yeah.
So as you're opening doors or leaving doors, kind of limit the communication with me with regards to your what your
What you're
thoughts
saying,
are.
yeah.
Just keep it calm, and we can talk about it when we get back in the car.
Wait till you get in the car.
Yeah, wait
Yes.
till you get in the car. So that's been a big thing, and then yeah, you got to make sure, like, you know, when they say remove your shoes, you got to
Yeah.
remove your shoes now,
No.
because like some ages would walk through and it's a dry day, like you get an older person or small kids, and you might, but now you really got to be respectful. Not that we weren't before, but you know, like you got to make sure you do it as you're supposed to do it, exactly when you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, the sign's there for a reason. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You come into someone's house. I don't know. That's just the way I grew up. I mean, we always took our shoes off. We never walked in. So
So if you always feel like you're being watched, where can everyone watch you if they want to see this episode?
you can follow us at Sam Genoa Real Estate.
And C21 Fine Living Realty, and we're on all platforms:
Yeah, all social
Spotify,
platforms.
YouTube.
See you on the next episode.